And very moist, very juicy.
Perfect. Moist meat, always good.
Yeah, okay.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Barry's Barbecue. Today's episode's something special. We got the holiday season here, Easter's here. So we're gonna not cook up a ham like most people are gonna. We're gonna actually do a delicious beef tenderloin. All I've done so far is taken it out of the packaging. The one thing I haven't been explaining much to everybody is typically what I'll do when I take out a bigger cut of meat out of its packaging is I'll get some paper towels or some napkins, and you actually want to dab all that excess juice that was on it from inside the cryovac. So we're gonna start with that. They're all dried off. We can't just go throw this on and cook it right now. We need to actually trim it up a little bit. And where this is an expensive piece of meat. This is a prime beef tenderloin. For one this size, I think it's sitting around 5-6 pounds. You're gonna be looking anywhere from $120 to $160. So we don't wanna cut off too much of it, but we also don't wanna have these, you see these two veins right here? We'll take a quick pause and get a close up. Okay, now that we're in here close, now you can see we have this vein here and this vein here wrapped around, which you can see this is the whole tenderloin. So we're gonna trim those off first. Speaking of which, real quick, I'm using my boning knife again. We're getting really close to our 100 subscribers. Should be able to hit it in the next week or so. Once we get there, remember we're sending 3 of these out to random subscribers. Please like, subscribe to the videos. It really helps us out. It's fun to see your comments as well. Let's talk about the tenderloin in the comments this week. Let's get back to the video. Then I'll trim this piece off as well. Okay, and see, this is still really, really good meat. We're just not gonna cook with it today, so I will be saving both those chunks of meat. The other one nice benefit to cooking a whole tenderloin is if you have some people that don't want their steaks medium rare, this tenderloin, you notice it gets smaller at the end, thicker in the middle, then it tapers back down. We are gonna cut this chunk off though. That's too small, that's just gonna overcook all the way. But where we have it tapering, we're gonna cook it to medium rare from like here to here. These edges are gonna start becoming medium. The edges will probably be even closer to medium well. So if you have people that are a little pickier on what temperature their meat's cooked to, this is a good one to do as well. All right, we got her all seasoned up. So salt, pepper, and garlic powder on this half, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then hot rub on this half. This was so good on the tri-tip that we did a couple weeks ago that I want to try it again on this one. So how we're gonna cook it today, I'm gonna go put it out on the smoker at 250 degrees, bring it up to 115 degrees internal temp. I'm gonna have my probe in it the whole time. Let's actually get that in now. I'm not gonna stick it in the end. I want it in the middle piece. So we're gonna angle it in a little bit here. Okay, so then once that gets up to 115, we'll take it over to the charcoal grill, get it seared up, bring it in, let it rest. You guys know what time it is. Let's go fire it up. All right, we're gonna throw it on the Traeger like I said. I'm gonna cook this one at 250. It's probably gonna take around 30 minutes for it to come up to that 115 degrees. Then we'll sear it off. See you in about 30 minutes. She's all done cooking. We smoked it, then we took it over the charcoal and we seared it off. Now remember, we're gonna close these, we're gonna put some foil over it for about 15 to 20 minutes and let the meat calm down for a little bit and make sure that it's nice and juicy for us. We'll see you in a minute. All right, we made it. We rested as long as we could. I have another person next to me today. This is Seth, another one of our subscribers. He's awesome. and he knows a ton about meat, so be ready to learn something. First off, let's cut into it and get that beauty shot, should we? Oh my gosh, look how juicy that is. Remember, you guys always get to see first, then us. Looks pretty good. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. All right, let's actually cut into this a little bit. What's your favorite cuts of meat, or what do you like to cook in your free time, Seth?
I do a lot of sous vide and braising. Less on the barbecue these days, more inside. I love chuck roast, and we just did Denver steaks. You ever had Denver steaks?
I don't even know what Denver steak is.
So good.
What's a Denver steak? I don't want to know.
It's one of the like way inside little weird pieces. It's by the flat iron.
It's a weird piece of meat inside. Awesome. Is that big enough? Is that too big?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, so this will be A. That turned out phenomenal. This is a great Easter meal, folks. What do you think?
That's great.
Let's get something to compare it to. It's a lot easier to talk about it once you've. So they're just seasoned one. I seasoned this half a little bit different.
Okay.
So let me know if you like A or B better.
There's some spice going on with A.
Look at all those juices coming out, guys. This is so freaking good.
I can't tell the difference. They're both great.
So this side is just salt, pepper, garlic powder. This side I put a little bit of it's called Killer Hoggs Hot Rub. So it has a little bit more spice to it. Has some cayenne, things like that to kind of warm up your mouth.
Yeah, it's definitely spicier. Going back and forth.
One last bite. I'll shrink that one up a little bit for you. Except I took all your bark. Okay, I'll eat the bark too. All right, tenderloin turned out, guys.
It's done perfectly.
Yeah, it turned out really good. Look at that, nice medium rare all the way through. That's what's awesome about throwing it on that Traeger and then just searing it off. Remember our experiment with the tri-tips? We did indirect heat on the charcoal and then we seared it off, but the Traeger one still tasted better. That's why I cooked this one that same way. Let's get one other surprise judge in here. We'll see in a second. All right, we have another guest judge. This is Rachel.
Hi.
She also loves food, which is good.
Yes.
Also has a master's in what?
Family and Consumer Sciences Education.
Which means she cooks like a boss and a bunch of other cool stuff too. So we're gonna try A first.
Okay.
So that's A.
Okay.
I'll eat it again, I guess. And there's B when you're ready. Look how nice that turned out though.
So on A.
Apparently she also chews slow. Or I chew fast. I don't know which.
It's very good.
Awesome. What did you like about A?
Lots of flavor. And very moist. Very juicy.
Perfect. Moist meat, always good.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
So try B. While she's trying B, I'm gonna talk through a little bit. Notice how we've all been talking about nice flavor. I talk about it in almost every video. You have to put a lot of seasoning on your meats, right? The more and more you cook, you realize if you put a little bit of seasoning, especially something that's not super fatty, right? A beef tenderloin's just fillets not cut up. There's not a fat there. You have to season it well to bring out the flavor of the meat for you, right? And then, what'd you like about B?
Oh, it was really good too.
Is there one you prefer?
I think B actually was a little bit better.
So you like it without the spice as much, without the, okay.
But
cool.
it was still plenty flavorful.
And
juicy and moist.
I mean, I put a shiz ton of salt, pepper, and garlic powder on it, so it can't taste bad. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
No.
Rachel was stoked to be on the video. She's like, I'm a subscriber. Can I please be on your videos, right? And I was like, you bet. Awesome.
Thanks, Barry.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy.
Love you.
got a whole lot of that.
All right, 2 more judges. You know Naomi. Who's your friend here?
It's my cousin, actually, and her name is Kaylee.
Awesome. Do you like meat too?
Yes.
Cool. Should we sample A together?
Yeah.
All right, everybody put it in. Let's chew it up. What do you think, Kaylee?
Food.
It's food. It is. What do you like about this food?
It's chewy and it's steaky.
Chewy and steaky.
It's so juicy. I just love that juice.
It is. Can you guys look at the puddle we're forming around our meat here? It's awesome. Let's get should we get a sample of B?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's B. Here's B. Here's B for me. I'm gonna actually dab mine in some juices too.
I like B a lot.
That's funny. Interesting enough, another one of our guests named Rachel liked B a lot.
No, A is better.
You like A better? What do you like about A?
I get more seasoning.
More seasoning. It's true. Oh, my kids can pick it out, right? This is just salt, pepper, garlic powder on B, and A has that added heat to it, right? Also, should we see what a dog thinks about it? Come here, Gracie.
Wait, could I put it in her mouth?
You bet. 1 second. Let's get her up here, though. Gracie thinks of it. Do you like B? We won't give her any A. I don't want to spice up her mouth too much. All right, so there we have it. Beef tenderloin's good, almost no matter how you season it, right? Let's walk through it real quick again before we end today. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, always great on a beef tenderloin. You only want to bring it to medium rare, so we want it to be eaten at 130. We pulled it off the Traeger to 115 degrees. Then we went and seared it over on our charcoal grill. Got it off of there around 124 is when I pulled it off. It came up quite a few degrees up to that 130 while we were letting it rest. Then we ate and enjoyed. This is a special occasion meat for me in my house, mostly because it's such an expensive cut of meat. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Give us your comments if you try cooking something like this and what you liked. We'll see you next time.
Boom, 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 boom. Barry's barbecue.